Well, it has been 6 years since the first disaster we had back in 2017. So after 6 years, we're opening the check-in hall. We started today with our national airline, which is Win Air, and the first flight to Sabre. So we had our opening this morning at 5:30, making sure everything is good, double checking everything before departure.
Well, I'm very impressed. I am happy. For a long time we've been waiting here in St. Martin, looking forward for this moment. And I think we have a great product to offer to our visitors. And I do hope that this may be able to motivate us to grow even stronger than we are.
And we did the first check-in today, January 22nd, 2024. Another milestone for the airport. I think good stuff moving forward.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. All right, what's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? We begin with the news that the farewell ceremony, the last meeting of Parliament, took place on Friday morning, where members of Parliament who we most probably will not see again, or in a long time, or in a different capacity, decided to say goodbye, farewell, and gave their farewell speeches. Of course, they were given a lot of time just to say goodbye. So I'm sure it was emotional. So in honor of these members of Parliament, I'm going to make sure play the Wiz Khalifa tune, it's been a long day without you, my friend. And will tell me all about it when I see you again. Oh my gosh. Oh, play it, Pete. Let me go.
Salute me, familia.
Started out small to a real bond. Cause we're brothers first. Cause we're been through a lot, but it ain't over. We gon' keep it going.
You'll always be with me.
Change the game without even knowing.
Before we get flagged, just a little piece. And then afterwards, then we go into the speeches, the farewell speeches, the final meeting of Parliament for the Upper National Alliance Coalition, members of Parliament, and of course the members who did not contest, or the members who contested but didn't make it. And I must say hello to the new members that are coming in, so let's get into that.
Good morning, members of Parliament, support staff, visitors in the Public Tribune, radio listeners, TV viewers, those following via social media, and members of the media. Welcome to this public meeting number 10 for today, Friday, February 9, 2024. We have established a quorum of 12 members. Today we have as agenda point for this public meeting closing of the parliamentary term 2020-2024. We go over to the agenda point. Today we gather for the last public meeting of this parliamentary term 2020-2024, which began on February 10, 2020. Article 46 of the Constitution stipulates that the duration of the Parliament shall be 4 years. This Parliament sat on Monday, February 10, 2020, which automatically means that in a regular situation, such as this, the curtains of this parliamentary term will close on February 10th, 2024. The St. Martin parliamentary election took place on January 11th, 2024, in accordance with the aforementioned Article 56 of the Constitution, the National Decree of November 8, 2023, number LB-23/564, and the election results, the new parliament will be sworn in and sit for the first time tomorrow, Saturday, February 10, 2024. Out of the current 15 members of parliament, 9 members of this parliament will not be returning in the new parliament. This loss represents a significant amount of experience, knowledge, and innovation, as well as member with the highest seniority in the history of the institution of the Parliament of St. Martin. However, along with the 6 returning members, there will also be members who in the past have been a member of Parliament, who have government executive experience, and some, though new, energetic, and focused individuals who are dedicated to working for the people of St. Martin. As we approach the end of this parliamentary term this midnight, it is a perfect opportunity for us all to reflect on the past 4 years, the good and the bad.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to the chair, my colleagues, those that are returning and those that are outgoing. But let me just regress a bit and say thanks to the people of St. Martin. The people of St. Martin who allowed me to be part of this political process. Those that voted and those who could not vote, but could still influence those that can vote. I want to thank, Mr. Chairman, the National Alliance Party. Congratulations to the incoming members of Parliament and also my colleagues who I worked with for the many years. God bless you and much success in your future. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to you, here, my colleagues in Parliament, those joining us online and here in the Tribune. Mr. Chairman, I will be using a small portion of my speaking time to speak on behalf of MP Rayon Peterson, who could not be here today as he's still recovering from surgery and is tuned in. So on behalf of Rayon, I want to say this. A word of thanks to the people who placed their trust in me over these 4 years as a representative of the people.
Pleasant good morning to you, Mr. Chairman. A pleasant good morning to the viewing and listening public, and of course to the visitors in the Tribune, and to my beautiful colleagues here in Parliament. I would first like to give God, of course, thanks and all the praise for all of his blessings. I would also like to extend my profound gratitude to the people of St. Martin, my family, my friends, and of course, the National Alliance Party for giving me the opportunity to represent you, the people, during my tenure in Parliament. To all of my colleagues, I will miss working with all of you because we can say that as professionals, we did what we had to do across party lines at times for our people when we had to. To my colleagues who have been re-elected to Parliament, please remember that you have been elected to represent the people of St. Martin, to represent your country at all times, putting country above self. St. Martin, my profound love for country will continue to show as I continue the work I started, even though I may not be in Parliament, because as I have said and will continue to say, working for country St. Martin and working for you, the people, should start before you postulate yourself on a list, and it should continue even if you're not in an elected position. Thanks once again to St. Martin, to my people. I love you, and my work continues on so many levels as there is so much work to be done. St. Martin, my beloved country, the development should continue and will continue, and my commitment to do so continues. Stay tuned. because, as I said, this is not a farewell, but it is a pause. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to you. Good morning to the SG. Good morning to my colleagues, everyone in the Tribune, and everyone tuned in. First, of course, Mr. Chairman, I have to express my gratitude to the people of St. Martin, first and foremost, for the trust, support, and the opportunity to have served them as a representative in this body over the last 4 years. I would also like to thank everyone in this room, in this building as well, because my experience here has been a positive and enjoyable one. The preservation of heritage and the development of our culture holds a very special place in my heart. Mr. Chairman, one of the most important motions that I presented and passed here requested the Minister of Education to establish a culture council to create a National Heritage Week and to put together a committee to improve and update our curriculums in schools at both primary and secondary levels. This will ensure that our students will learn St. Martin history and culture moving forward. These actions, I hope, are to be taken by government, and I know that they will build pride and protect who we are moving forward. This is the only way that we can build this nation, Mr. Chairman, and I hope that the government does make these actions a reality and that we see the future of this island improving based on those motions. This isn't the end, it is actually the beginning, and so it was an honor, a deep honor and privilege to serve in this capacity, Mr. Chairman, as a member of Parliament, and I just want to say thank you to everyone, and I wish everyone the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to my colleagues. Good morning to persons in the Tribune. Good morning to the people of St. Martin. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you so much for giving me the privilege here today, but permit me to extend my deepest sympathy to Assistant Secretary Anne Kroon-Gomes on the passing of her brother, which was laid to rest a few days ago. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank my family, the voters of St. Martin, for voting for me all these years, and for my party, the NA, National Alliance Party, for all of those persons who have went out to vote and voted. I want to thank them also, and I want to leave with this. May God continue to bless St. Martin. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Chairman, fellow members of Parliament, support staff, viewers and listeners, visitors in the Public Tribune, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. As the popular saying goes, there is a time to come and a time to leave. For me, the time to leave has come, as I had announced 4 years ago. I confess that it is with mixed emotions, but with a sense of personal satisfaction and humility that I bid this institution, our Parliament, farewell. So, Chairman, before I continue, I want to thank all the members of Parliament who have directed those kind words to me as being their teacher, their mentor, someone who they have learned a lot of the political history from, and I know they had to endure some of my long lectures and explanations, because as a teacher, I wanted to make sure that they understood. Mr. Chairman, I know I am way over my time, but please indulge with me for 2 more minutes. I also hope...
MP Marlin, I'll give you 5 more minutes,
Wow.
promising that he will not do it again.
So truly help me God Almighty. Mr. Chairman, I also hope that the incoming government will immediately pick up where this government left off for the realization of a new Parliament building. My hope is that the new coalition government will pick up the dossier where I had left it dust it off, and make it happen for St. Martin. I am encouraged that some of the new members of Parliament that will be sworn in campaigned on this issue. I only hope that they will keep their campaign promise. Personally, I will forever remain an ardent advocate for U.S. preclearance because I am convinced of the transformative impact it would have on our economy and our beloved livelihood. Speaking of election campaigns, Mr. Chairman, I cannot mention how sad I was to notice the level of acrimonious and gutter-style language some people resorted to, all in the name of freedom of expression. We are better than that. The people of St. Martin deserve better than that. And it is my fervent hope and prayer that we restore to civility to our political discourse. We must be able to disagree agreeably and abstain from the malicious personal attacks on one another and work together for a better St. Martin. We did it before and after Louis. We have always done it when our backs are against the wall, but we should not wait for another disaster to force us to do it again. Mr. Chairman, they say leaders create leaders. They pass on the baton to a new generation. The National Alliance, I can proudly say, has a new generation of leaders, including my son, Marlin, who have stepped up to the plate and are willing, ready, and able to serve. My advice to them and all the others in the various parties is simple. Remember the words of Andrew Carnegie. No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself or to get all the credit for doing it. Politics is a team sport, and to win in this game, you have to be a team player. Whatever modest achievements I was able to make, I owe them to the team that I had at different stages that I led at different stages of my career. Mr. Chairman, I will swiftly move on. And in closing, I'm not sailing into the sunset yet, but I will forever cherish all the good in this goodbye. To my family, especially my wife, Gabrielle, who had to put up with my involvement in the arena for some 41 years now, my children and my grandchildren who are listening, to all those who have supported me in this long journey, my friends and even my political adversaries, I say thank you. I could not have done it without you. Your wisdom, dedication, and enduring love for St. Martin have always been a source of inspiration to me. It is my hope that a legacy of integrity, compassion, and dedication, which has guided me throughout my political career, will inspire others to carry the island forever forward to the further progress and prosperity. I will end, Mr. Chairman, with these words from the Holy Book, which says in Ecclesiastes, my favorite book rather, in chapter 3, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up, which was planted. I am sure you know the rest. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to all my colleagues, past and present, of this hallowed house. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve with you. As I begin this new chapter of my life, I carry with me treasured memories and unforgettable experiences that have defined my career in elected office. I promise to continue making myself available to contribute to whatever capacity my experiences may be needed to take our island. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless our beloved St. Martin. And thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, colleagues, for allowing me this extra overtime. I promise I will never do it again.
Okie dokie. Don't cry. Don't cry. They're going to give us, they always be imprinted in our brains. They'll always be imprinted in our brains. And so long late night there, we're going to bring show in the flashbacks. Bring it back a little bit. Also, the new member of parliament that are coming in, the rookies, special message for you. Behave yourself. You're coming into the big boy table. You being part of the big boy table, I need you to not take anything personal what late night does for the next term. Understand that this is not about you. You are a public figure officially. Once you became a politician, once you decided to put yourself on the list, once you were elected, I have the right to talk to you, talk about you, and also criticize the hell out of you. You know why? Because you're a public servant. If you don't like it, get the hell out of the kitchen. I will talk about you in good times, in bad times, and even when you don't speak, as Akeem. So, ignore me, but hear me still. Sound like a woman there, boy. Listen to me. Don't listen to me, give me space. But listen to me. He's like, wait, what do you want me to do? Anyway, so the new members of parliament, are you behave for yourself? You have a responsibility to the people of St. Martin and to the responsibility to late night because we are a political satire show. Every single political season, I have to remind people of this because they get all, oh, why are you so hard on these members of parliament? They just come, give them space. No. Also, the new ethnic groups that came into parliament, hi. So the sac passe, Mr. Kevin Mingret, welcome. I'll be here the whole time. Me and Olivier got this. We got this. We got this. And also, Mr. La Cruz, the first Latino in Parliament. Run the music. Give me the hookah. We're the presidente. I wonder if you can wear tight pants when you go into Parliament, boy. Now, in order to speak to the Latin member of Parliament, this is going to be the first Latin member of Parliament and the first Spanish man in Parliament. Santo Domingo, we make it. I have a horrible Spanish accent. But anyway, we made it. Que hora es. We made it. Now, in order to speak to incoming member of Parliament, Francisco La Cruz, we got an AI to do the translation from our South American side. So, AI. You know the Spanish people are always late. Can you reach?
Yo sé, se terminó nuestro amor.
Oh, okay, good. All right. So, Mr. La Cruz, when you come into Parliament, make sure you work for everybody and not only Spanish, Haitian Creole thing. Okay, so not only Spanish or Creole, but also the whole of St. Martin.
Cuando entres al Parlamento no te preocupes con este tonto y sucio gringo surinames.
Sure. I get cussed with those words. Anyway, Pete, you sure this thing talking good? Okay. Also, come with legislation that will help St. Martin people because at the end of the day, everybody needs to benefit from the promises that you made during the campaign.
Presente una legislación que beneficie a la isla, pero recuerde, somos su pueblo y apoyamos su campaña, no este comentarista retrasado.
That don't sound right. It doesn't sound. I know I should have paid attention to Miss Mahabir Singh in school, but for healings, I don't understand. Okay. So, all in all, know that the late night is here for you. And if you want to come on and talk about anything so that you can, inform the people as to what's happening, you can always call out to the late night because we're here for you because we believe that everyone deserves a chance when it comes to informing the people as to what's happening in St. Martin. So, thank you so much for your service and I hope you have a good term.
Muchas gracias por tu servicio, pero no creas nada de lo que te diga este desvergonzado presentador de un programa de entrevistas.
Okay,
Solo
look,
dice
I gotta Google
tonterías.
translate
Es
that
un
because
tonto y
I
un
don't.
idiota, y solo intentará utilizarte para sus estúpidos chistes retrasados.
Okay, it is what it is, whatever. Pete,
Eres un empleador barato, sucio e ingrato.
I don't believe it now, but Pete, if you screw me on this now,
Estúpido idiota.
because this AI ain't sounding right.
Tu madre.
All right. When we come back, we got Dick Court. We got an interesting one for you today, so make sure you tune in. It's going to be off the chain, off the wall. All right? Welcome to the Late Night Show. Let's begin.
How are you?
Hi, darling. I'm fine. Just calling to say hi.
Oh, okay. We got over here.
Girl, I here watching this movie and it.
But Mom, you finished all your minutes yet?
No, girl. Talem has new postpaid plans and automatically upgraded my postpaid package.
Is that so?
Guess what? I am getting more minutes and almost double the amount of data for the same price.
I guess I'm making a switch now.
Let me call you back, Mom.
Hey Tash, you have tell him new postpaid plans?
The court is in session. I am your honorable judge, Judge Dick, and I hope you are ready to be judged by the Dick himself. Pause, hold on. That's horrible. Oh my gosh. Anyway, no, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm going with it. Let's go. Pete, it's okay. It's because I'm Andrew Dick, so I should not be ashamed. I should not be ashamed. All right, now, today's stories are brought to you by the kind courtesy of the Daily Herald, where we illegally download their PDFs. Now, of course, the program is all about what is happening law-wise. And, of course, I'd like to thank my patron for assisting us with actual gobble. I'll get in trouble for this. Next up, I need an alarm, like a siren. Like, give me a siren. Siren would be cool. All right. Let me start off with 17 years is demanded for the chopping up of an ex-new man as the couple slept. That sounds so confusing. Let me say that again. So 17 years of prison is demanded for chopping up. I guess they mean stabbing or with a machete, chopping the person. New partner as the two persons slept. So basically, crazy ex-boyfriend shows up at the house, sees the new man and his ex sleeping. First of all, how did you get in the house? Secondly, you weird for you standing somewhere and watching them sleep. Like, you seeing them sleep, they can't even defend themselves, and you just out here chopping people who's sleeping? Like, at least wake them up and say, hello, Clarice. Like, at least. But you're just going to see them sleeping like, and you just say like Pete, give me the horror sound, please. Wow. Anyway, according to the Daily Herald, a man, JLSF, 29 years old. 29 years old, man, you ain't even young. You just, that ain't a young and dumb thing. That ain't a first love type of thing. You 30 years, partner, almost 30, practically 30. In 2024, you're considered 40. Because 30 is the new 40 and 20 is the new 25. I know, confusing. All right. Now, he is facing 17 years in prison for allegedly breaking into his ex-girlfriend's home in the middle of the night and viciously attacking her new boyfriend with the machete. At the time, the two adults at F's one-year-old daughter, Lord, one-year-old daughter were asleep on the same bed. No, man. No, man. Cap. No. That's horrible. That's horrible. You seeing your one-year-old daughter, the woman that pushed it out, you literally gave her those seeds, and one of them actually brought your daughter to this world, and somebody who borrowed her for the time being. And you just decide to swing while your daughter's sleeping on the bed? Come on, man. No, man. The new boyfriend, who had only started seeing the woman some 3 months ago, told police that he had a bad feeling and did not want to sleep over at the woman's home in Cold Bay during the overnight hours between August 17th and the 18th, 2023. This for bonding turned out to be right as he woke up around 12:30 a.m. to the sound of the bedroom door being kicked in. Sound like a Stephen King type of book here, boy. Pete, give me some horror music, boy. This is getting interesting. Now, barging into the room was a man he recognized as F, who had been with the woman for several years. He said F had started swinging the machete, bringing down the first blow into his chest. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I never could understand why man could do that now. Like, I understand on one side that you are emotionally drawn in, but we getting into the days whereby women got us kidnapping and they got us swinging machetes and hurting them because they don't want to be with us. Like, what's going on? What happened to the 80s and 90s babies? Like, they got more fishes in the sea, Finding Nemo. Like, what's going on? Like, everybody just so sensitive and wants to, it's the girl or the woman says, oh, I don't want to be with you. And you're like, we gonna all die together. We all die. If no, you can't be with me, nobody, we can take it, everybody dies. Like, wait, what? Your life is over? You're 30 years old. Gopel is real, boy. Gopel. Anyway. The woman told the police that she had awakened to the sound of her boyfriend screaming. It's not funny, but it's not funny. Hold on. No, the reason why I'm laughing, understand, is because the woman probably was sleeping, like dead sleeping, and all of a sudden she hearing, it's not funny, but I could imagine the composure somebody would have who is in pain, getting swung with a machete. I get it, I understand, because I would have screamed like I would scream like a man too. But at least I would be like, ouch, or like, oh, you know. I don't know about.
A few moments later.
Oh, okay. This is serious. Let me continue. Oh, Pete, good luck. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. The woman told the police that she had awakened to the sound of her boyfriend's scream. And realized her hand had also been cut. The prosecutor speculated that her hand had probably been resting on the man's chest as they slept, and the first blow had struck her as well. How she didn't wake up though? Somebody cut me and I sleeping, I waking up. Okay, the woman has poor vision and did not have her glasses. However, she told police that she still knew that the attacker was F because she recognized his body shape, posture, and long dreaded locks. The boyfriend grabbed the machete, and although the sharp edge cut off a portion of his Of his what? Oh my God, of his what? Page 10, where are you? Hold on. Oh, shucks, they even have pictures here. Okay. Oh, okay. So cut off his thumb. Ouch. Whew. Okay. And middle finger started to wrestle with his attacker. You better. According to the boyfriend, this is when F called for help and a second machete wielding man. What in the twist of what going on? What, a second man? What? Okay, hold on there. Hold on there. According to the boyfriend, this is when F called for help and a second machete wielding man entered the room and started swinging. He said F had gotten loose and joined the other man in chopping his head, chest, neck, and arms. What in the hell? As the attack continued, the woman took up her and F infant's daughter and ran into the bathroom and locked the door. How are you just going to leave the man there? She just checked out. Take the daughter and run to the bathroom. Click, click. I mean, it makes no sense for everybody to die. So, I mean, every man for himself or woman. And that's the woman that you picked, my friend. The one that leaves you with your chest, your thumb, and everything cut off. We gotta make better choices in life. Emergency services. Oh, suddenly the two perpetrators stopped and fled the scene. Emergency service later rushed to the boyfriend to St. Martin Medical Center in critical condition. There was almost no part of his body that had not been stabbed or cut. Needless to say, the injuries could have been fatal. The prosecutor said the fact that this man is there today can be called a miracle. And you see the pictures. Put it full screen, Pete. These are the two persons. Charged with murder, F denied any involvement in the late-night home invasion and brutal machete assault during his trial in the court of first instance on Wednesday gone. I'm just a hard-working man that looks out for my kids, F told the judge. Sitting next to him during Wednesday's trial was suspected accomplice JSH, and the prosecutor asked to the judge to sentence H to 15 years in prison. Considering it legally proven that he was the second attacker. Despite F's complete denial, H told the court that he had dropped F at the woman's house that night because the other man had to pick up some of his things from the ex's home. H said he had been waiting outside and suddenly F and her boyfriend came out of the house fighting. The suspected accomplice said he had broken up the fight and left the scene with F. He said that he had only seen a little bit of blood and had not seen F with a machete in his hands. When the judge asked why the pair had trekked through the bushes to get to the home instead of using the road, H said that they had been taking a shortcut. He also told the court that he did not find it strange that F was trying to collect his belongings in the middle of the night. F lawyers, Ms. Barry and H lawyer Safira, that's Ibrahim, right? Yeah, Ibrahim pleaded for their client's acquittals for insufficient legal and convincing evidence. Among other things, they questioned the surveillance camera footage and argued that the case file does not show that there was a murder plan. Barry also considered the prosecutor's demand for 17 years to be disproportionately high. I have had cases where the victim died and the defendant has not gotten 17 years, she said. Both victims submitted compensation claims during the Wednesday trial, and the ex-girlfriend is asking for pain and suffering from running into the bathroom. The ex-girlfriend is asking for 50,000 guilders in immaterial damages, citing the nightmares and flashbacks she has been suffering since the attack. The boyfriend is requesting $8,610 in lost wages because his injuries are preventing him from fully doing his job. He also asked for an additional $10,000 for immaterial damages. Yeah, I would too. Like, nah, my back, my neck, everything. Like, I can't move, I can't breathe, I can't do nothing. Pay me, bitch, pay me. All right. I can't even hold a toothbrush properly, the boyfriend told the court, holding up his mutilated left hand. Oof. I just want justice because they altered my whole life. The judge will render a verdict on February the 28th. Now, overwhelming. It was evident that F and the H went into the woman's home with the premeditated plan to kill her new boyfriend, the prosecutor argued, describing the evidence against the defendants as overwhelming. In addition to the victims clearly pointing the finger at F, the prosecutor supported this argument with DNA evidence items found on the getaway route, witness testimony, and compilation of surveillance camera footage. The footage was shown during Wednesday's trial and depicted a silver Hyundai Accent picking up someone from F's relative's home around 11:20 p.m. The relative later confirmed to police that F had been staying there. Cameras from the variety of the locations tracked the vehicle in Colby when it turned into the woman's road at 11:45 p.m. The car turns around and parks on the next street, and the prosecutor argues that this was F and H checking to see whether anyone was home at the woman's home. A couple of minutes later, a surveillance camera on the street captures two men climbing over a set of discarded wooden pallets to get into the bush behind the woman's house. The men were not wearing face masks, and two police officers identified F and H as the two on the screen. At 12:30 a.m., the two men are seen returning out of the bushes, one man now wearing a white face mask, losing his right slipper on the pile of pallets and hobbles towards the vehicle. Exactly 1 minute before, the woman had called 911 and reported that her boyfriend had been chopped up. Authorities later recovered the lost slipper, and a DNA test revealed that the blood found on the piece of footwear belonged to the boyfriend. Surveillance footage then tracked the silver Hyundai heading toward Marigot. F relative told police that the man had asked to be picked up from Marigot, and surveillance footage depicted this person leaving their home at 12:45 a.m. The relative testified that F had been very quiet when he got into the car and asked to be taken to Oyster Pond to wash himself in the sea and throw away his clothes. They also said that F had confessed to chopping up another man. Dutch and French police later searched Oyster Pond and found clothing in an area described by the relative. But damn! Family boy. Yeah, they was like, I ain't getting in trouble for you, nigga. No. Okay, it's an Oyster Pond. This is where you find the clothes. Yes, he told me he did it. Am I free to go, officers? Yeah. Okay. Je t'aime français. No. I ain't doing that. F told the court that the relative is lying, but the prosecutor questioned why the relative would lie and use such specific details. As for H, he admitted to the court on Wednesday that he lost his slipper, and however, the prosecutor did not believe his story of standing outside and had participated in the attack. He based his argument on H's internet search history, which showed that around 11:45 a.m., or just 75 minutes after the attack, he Googled how to stop deep cut on finger from bleeding. What's going on with this story? I need to read these things before I come on the air now because I ain't ready for it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. Please, listen carefully. Please, please, no. Please, please, please. You see that phone you have? It is the most dangerous device you can have when you are committing a crime. Police, no matter if you clear it, you clear the catches, you restart it, you do whatever. No. Digital marks are a real thing. And there is software out there. And I know the police or YouTube or Facebook ain't gonna like this and they might take this down. So I'll say this is for educational purposes. But they can track it. They can look at it. They can see where you was, what you Googled. Because some people would Google how to get away with murder. They catch your phone. They know exactly what time you checked it, what result, what you read. You have no idea what these softwares can do. So stop Googling. Might as well you had say, Alexa, please check for me how to heal a thumb deep cut. Like it's a real thing now. Like they would know, they would see it. People, please. How the hell did he Google that, boy? That's hilarious. Okay. H denied that that the injuries on his hand were from the attack, saying that he had fallen in the bush and cut himself. Oh, and that's why he Googled it. The most shocking part of all is that they were doing this in front of the 1-year-old daughter. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about still though. Who had to witness her father trying to kill a sleeping man, said the prosecutor. What kind of father does something so horrific in front of his own child? A father who loves the mother very much and is not over the fact that it's over. That's why you lock the door and you change the locks. It actually works because you can't trust these niggas out here. Crazy violent. The police database, the police database contains no less than 25 reports of violent incidents between F and the woman who described their relationship as crazy violent. I don't understand. So, you know, I blame the police. If you have 25 reports of me and my woman fighting on a constant basis, you don't think the end result would be eventually either the woman going to do it or the man going to do it? I upset. Commercial break time. We'll be right back. 25 times this woman and this man either filed a report for or against or together or people from the outside, like 25 reports. What's going on with domestic violence? Oh, sorry. What is going on with domestic violence in St. Martin? It's to an all-time high and people are getting more drastic. They do say that the craziest ones is the sweetest. What does that mean? I don't know. Just ask my 5 baby mothers, who are all crazy, by the way. All loco, loca, nuts. But they all got child for me. What does that say about St. Martin? That we don't like nice women. We like a challenge. They say if you don't bang me, you don't bang me up, you don't love me. I know that's what they say, Anguilla, but I think St. Martin is getting there now because you'll have women going like, if my man ain't dominant, and if he ain't putting me in my place, choking me up and slapping me up a little bit, I don't want him. Wait, what? What you just say? Nobody's strangling nobody. Wait, what? Like, no, but you know what I mean? Like strangle, but not like strangle to kill me. Like strangle until I pass out. You from Rambo? What's going on with you? Just to wrap up the story, according to the prosecutor, he has even saved F numbers on her mobile phone under the name Diablo. For those who don't know what Diablo is, Google it. Well, yeah, apparently they'll see that you Googled Diablo. It just means the devil. Oh, that's hilarious. So according to the prosecutor, she even saved the F number under her name, under her mobile as Diablo. That's crazy because most of my baby mothers on my phone is Satan, actually. I should change that. Oh, that's giving me back. Crazy vibes. Exactly 6 days before the attack, the boyfriend had filed a complaint against F because he had found the man looking through the windows. The boyfriend said F has been brandishing a knife and had started arguing. The woman told the police that around this time, she also received messages from the unknown number, which she believed came from F. Her new boyfriend was mentioned by name, and in one message I read, "I would cut your throat with a smile." How the Herald was going to end the story like that, boy? I want more! This is sad, but interesting because we're highlighting domestic violence in St. Martin. And if you have a problem out there, call 911. Just call 25 times because apparently they don't do nothing before that. Listen, this was a mouthful. I did not expect this to be so long. This was supposed to be a little 10-minute segment, but this was a roller coaster. Daily Herald, thank you so much. This is gold. That was Dick Court session. My final thoughts on this situation is the following. Get yourself a crazy woman. Yeah, women out there, be a little bit more spontaneous. Just get a new man and let him sleep next to you. Role play. I don't condone the violence, so it's ridiculous. That is it for the Dick Court. Thank you so much for watching. Until next week, have a good one. Bye-bye. Court is finished.